I also got to ask him a question during the soundcheck party, and I asked him, like, do you deal with comparison, and if so, how do you cope with it? He said everyone does it, and what he does to cope with it is remember that past him would have killed to be in his current position, and also that he wants to be himself and not those other artists that he's comparing himself to. Hello, my name is Kingsies, and I am an introspective ambient poet, writer, filmmaker, director, and creative in general. On YouTube, I talk about whatever topics come to mind, and my goal as a creative and a storyteller and just, I guess, just a good person. I want to make you feel seen, heard, and validated because I felt what it was like to be devoid of those things, and I don't want anybody else to feel like that. Today, I want to talk about the experience I had when I met my inspiration. You can call him an idol, if you will. His name is Eden, and he is a singer, songwriter, and just a creative in general. Like, he's amazing. Like, if you ever got to experience any of his work, like if you heard any of his songs, you would see, like, he's just so different. He's like just like a moment in time. He has his own sound, his own everything. Like, it's just Eden is Eden, and that's what I love so much about him. And that's what inspires me to just be myself and just be my own person. I actually met him. I bought a meet and greet ticket to his concert at the Brooklyn Steel. It was November 19th and of last year. Wow. Happy New Year, by the way. I filmed the whole thing. You know, it was supposed to be like an Instagram reel, and I was supposed to make the reel like a while ago, but I never got to it. It's just creating content like that on Instagram is like something I'm gonna have to really force myself to do. Instagram just kind of makes me feel like I'm a slave to the algorithm in a way where it's like I'm just like fighting so hard to get people's attention, and like I have to have a hook in the first 3 seconds and like do all this stuff. I'm just like I'm I'm really not like that. Like I just like making something great, like making something great the way that I want it to be, and just sharing it with the world, and whatever happens happens. When you want to become a successful creative, you do have to make compromises. The point is, I filmed the whole thing. It was a great experience overall. In hindsight, I'm able to say that. During like the actual concert bit though, like before he even came on stage, right, we were all like there, like standing around. Yeah, it was a lot of standing, and I have back problems. I still don't really know, like, if I need to get diagnosed with something. Like, I'm pretty sure the doctor said like a while ago that I have like some small form of like scoliosis or something. The pain was excruciating. Like, it was so hard to be standing there in that crowd. Even when the songs that I really loved would come on, it was just like, oh my god, I want to go home. I want to get out of here. Like, it was bad to the point where I was fantasizing about sitting on the bench outside. Before I even did anything, like buying the ticket and everything, in my head, it was kind of like something that was just like far out and impossible. And I say that because going to a concert, and I think I said before, like traveling in general is just out of my comfort zone. Like, the only thing that I've done is I went to Panama to visit my prima, my cousin, and that was awesome. But that was the only thing that I really did that's like real life traveling to me. Like, I've never done a road trip or anything. Um, so like this was just like very new to me. Even though the city is like an hour and some change away by car and by train, it was a new experience for me. So before going in, I was just like, okay, I'm really nervous. I've never done anything like this before, and I thought about how people would say don't meet your heroes because they might not be what you hype them up to be in your head. And that did make me a bit anxious because in my head, Eden was like this great creative who's just, very introspective, super down to earth, really cool guy. And I didn't know what it was going to be like because I bought a meet and greet ticket. So um, I was actually going to meet him and like talk to him and stand next to him. I actually have a picture with him. I might like put it up over here somewhere. It took a bit for me to actually get to meet him because the line was decently long, but I got in there. There was like a backdrop, and in my head, I kept repeating what I wanted to say to him. And it was pretty much something really simple. It was just like, my dreams have no shape, but I'm still chasing them. And it was just like so important for me to actually say that to him and not like choke up or like freeze or anything. And I don't know why it felt so impossible for me to say. I think it was just, when you get nervous about something and you keep rehearsing about it in your head, that's kind of how it was. I went in and I said, "Hi, Eden." I was like kind of awkward, but he was like super cool. He was like, "Hey, man, what's up?" And I was just like, "I have this for you." And I gave him a sticky note. It was like a basic ass sticky note that said like, "To that which we lost to fire, always remembered, forever not lost." And that sticky note was just to say like, even though we change and we lose parts of ourselves in chase of whatever, those parts of ourselves are still preserved in some way, maybe in like a memory or some memorabilia physically. And he was just kind of like, hell yeah, man. I mean, like, aren't we all? And he like did a little chuckle. And I was like, oh, I mean, yeah, we are. But that was like kind of what I was saying before, where it was like, oh, like never meet your idol kind of thing. But it was really just because in my head, he was going to say something completely different. Like, I imagined him saying like, of course, like, you have to, like, why wouldn't you, But he didn't say that. So, he was like, you ready for this picture, man? Because it was like a picture. And I was like, yeah, sorry, I'm like super cold right now because we were out there in the cold. Like, it was so freaking cold outside. And you know how New York City can be, maybe, but like it can be super, super fucking cold. But yeah, I took the picture and it was just like a surreal kind of feeling. It's like, I don't know if you've ever been in that moment where you're trying to be present. Like, that feeling where you're physically and mentally trying to force yourself to be present in the moment. That's kind of how it felt, where we're just like I'm alive and this is happening right now. And I'm constantly reminding myself that it's happening right now. It felt fake. Like, not him, but just the fact that it happened, it was like, what? Like, are you serious? Like, I just met him? Like, this just happened? Like, I'm not hallucinating or dreaming? Like, are you for real right now? I feel like in certain moments too, they become real, like, in retrospect. And that's what this entire experience feels like. Like, now that I can look back without all the excruciating back pain, it feels like, holy shit, that was the time of my life. And, I definitely felt like it was in the moment, but looking back, it's just like, damn, like that was really amazing. Seeing him on stage and just like hearing him perform like some songs were classics. So it was just like, oh my gosh, I got to experience one of those. I also got to ask him a question during the soundcheck party. And I asked him like, do you deal with comparison? And if so, how do you cope with it? He said everyone does it, and what he does to cope with it is remember that past him would have killed to be in his current position, and also that he wants to be himself and not those other artists that he's comparing himself to. That was an amazing answer and something that I needed to hear badly, because in the current social media climate right now, I write poetry, I make short films, I do creative stuff. Seeing people get recognition for stuff that you feel they put significantly less effort in, not even that you can clearly see, for example, like maybe on Instagram or something, even on TikTok too, but like there'll be like some girl and she'll get her heart broken and she'll make like a video, basically talking about it, kind of in like a poetic way in her closet, and it will go triple platinum. Like, that shit will go millions, like be a big hit. And it's stuff like that where you compare yourself to it and you're like, okay, is this a space for me? Do I fit in here? Am I doing something wrong? Should I copy them and do what they do? And I've been through those phases before, and when it comes to copying people, like, it never sat right with me, because it felt like I was compromising who I am. Your voice, your cadence, the way you think, the way you write, the way you move throughout the world, that is unique to you. If you take that away, then you're just like everybody else, right? Or just like all the people you've been copying. And I didn't want to be like that. I hated it. And I noticed it in my writing too, where it's like, I would read it and I'm like, this doesn't even feel like me anymore. Like, okay, yeah, some people find my poetry confusing and, they don't know what I'm talking about, or like they just want to like hate on me or shit on me, whatever. But like, at least I know I'm still me, and that this is my stuff, this is my sound, and I just haven't found my right audience yet. I don't want to give that up just to try to chase virality, because that's essentially what it is at the end of the day. Just him saying that really put it into perspective for me, where it's like, I can't give up on myself. And especially when it comes to with comparison, like, you're looking ahead at that person, right? But you forget that behind you, there's a past version of you still struggling to get to where you are right now. Past me would kill to be in this position right now. Like, I'm not super popular. I don't have people basically throwing money at me or whatever. I've grown, I've transcended in many ways, and I have to be consciously aware and grateful for that. And I also think that's why it's good to archive your progress, so you can go back and look at it. Like, I have something here. Basically, it's just like, I wrote down my milestone. For 2025, I reached 700 followers on TikTok, 15 followers on Instagram, 49 subs on YouTube, stuff like that. And like in 2026, I have another one. I have 1,000 followers on TikTok, 20 on Instagram, because I made like a new account for my poetry, and 99 subs on YouTube. Like, that is amazing growth when you think about it. That is amazing growth. I'm sure, if you put it in like percentage wise, you could see how much growth it is or whatever. I don't know. But the point is, past you would kill to be in your current position. What I really want everybody to take away from this video is that meeting your idols, your inspirations, can change your life when you actually meet them. And it's important to realize that they are human, and they used to be in the same position that you are right now. I know it's hard to believe, right? Like, you look at all these famous people, like maybe SZA, Kendrick Lamar, Drake, all these people, right? And you're like, wow, they're like super up there, super popular, but they used to be in the position you are now. If you're like just a regular person with no following, if you're a person with like 20 followers trying to be seen, like, yeah, everybody used to be in your position. So that just lets you know that your potential is really boundless. It's boundless. You can go further than any of the people that I mentioned. You really just have no idea. That's why you have to just keep going. Always keep pushing towards your dreams, your inspirations and your idols. Hold them close. Remember that they were once in your position, and that you can also be in their current position and even further, as long as you keep trying and keep believing in yourself. I believe in you. We're all gonna make it. I just know we are. We're all gonna make it. As long as we just keep putting ourselves out there and just keep trying. Like, I know we're gonna go far. So that was all I had. My name is Kingsies. You can call me Zaire. That's my real name. Whichever, I don't mind. Hold your idols close. They are sometimes our lifelines. They feed our creative spirits and help us keep going towards our goals. That's all from me. I am out. Peace.